Hello, hello. So this is the fifth round of the qualifications in Cupa Contra in Romania. It's the last round for today, 10 boards again. At this table, we see the current leaders Golden Age from Bulgaria, and they're playing another Bulgarian team called, I don't know why, Into Bridge. And I have the pleasure and also the danger of commentating my wife. So I better mind what I'm saying because I may have trouble tonight. This is Di Malakova, this is Desi, and uh, board one is just finishing in a very exciting contract. One diamond doubled. I missed the beginning sorting out the stream, so we will look into the hand once it's over. At the other table, I'm moving now to the other table. We can see the players in closed room, Gruzdan Rutsinov and should be Peter Ivanov, actually, not Aronov. It's a mistake that I'll fix. Against Nikola Barantiev and Rumen Trendafilov for Golden Age. Let me just fix the name of Peter. And then we can look at the hands. Okay, I'll look into it later. So let's see one diamond double this exciting contract. So West opened one club strong, one diamond overcoat, double, which is probably 5 to 7 or something like that, and Desi decided to pass. So what happened? The 10 of spades was led, Jack, Queen, Ace. Declare his favorite to make two aces, four trumps, and some clubs. So let's see how they beat it. Next, Declare played another spade, aiming to probably rough spades later if the club is an entry, so he can guarantee his four trump tricks. So they cashed another spade, Declare roughed and play a low heart. They return a diamond, queen ace, ace of hearts and a heart for Declare. Desi drew one more trump and exited with a spade. And now 6 tricks were claimed. At the other table, 2 spades plus 1, so Golden Age is leading by 1 imp. And on board 12 that is played now, at the other table they just made 3 no trump north-south. So let's see what happens here. Slow start for north-south at this table, but they still have chance to get there. So one card in third seed by Nikolchev. That's why it's so weak. Basically lead directing. Then double, two hearts by Desi, which is a weak race usually. Two diamonds will be a better race. Pass for another double by Viktor Aronov. And now Desi is probably not thinking, but they usually do bits two together, as Christoph explained before, so the players don't hear the clicking. That's why you get 2 bits at a time. So pass and 2 spades, a bit unusual, an opportunity for North-South to find the fit 3 to 3. The one heart opener uh, made it very difficult for North-South because there is too much bidding now. So let's see, maybe a run of bits to no trump now to indicate 20-ish points or 20-ish plus points, and then that's the way to get to 3 no trump. I guess he will do that, but let's see. So while Aronov is considering another bit, to remind you that this is Cupa Contra. It's played in the Romanian capital Bucharest. It's the first edition of the competition with a very serious prize pool, 6,000 euros for the first team, and the first eight get prizes. Yes, Aronov bit 2-0, so I guess Ivanov will read that as a very strong hand and raise to 3-0 trump. There is another Ivanov for the Into Bridge team. That's Peter Ivanov at the other table. It's just they're not related. It's just that Ivanov family surname is very popular in Bulgaria. And yes, easy bit for North now, 3-0 trumps. So well done to North-South to get back on track with the bidding and reach this vulnerable game, which is quite expensive. Let's see if the results were updated. Yes, we can see the results and now continue the introduction of the event later. So Golden Age is first with almost 60 victory points. That's only after 4 matches to that, so that is almost 15 victory points per match, quite significant. Second is the Into Bridge team. Or even I'm listed here. I haven't played a game, and I bet you if I have, we wouldn't be playing here on the view graph. That's why I focus on commentating rather than playing. Cheupech, very close. You see the first 4 teams are within two and a half victory points. It's amazingly close. Cheupech were on the view graph the previous 2 rounds. Then followed by 2 Romanian teams, which are also extremely close. Basically, the first 8 teams that qualify for the quarterfinals are within 9 victory points. It's quite close. They also have Butler here. Oh my goodness, my wife is first. I really must give up on this game. So they are first, second are Kostake Dare and Simona Dare. We watched them on ViewGraph. They had one amazing match with 6 teams per board. Then Ivan Tsonchev and Atanas Ivanov from Team GIP, and the Romanian Dan Moraro with the Romanian merit Itamar Ginosar, who is originally from Israel. So let's go back to the hand. So in 3-0, Trump declare has 1 trick already. We'll take 4 clubs because the finesse works. That's 5. And ace king and ace king is easy 9 tricks. If he takes the diamond, finesse will be 10, but yeah, it's possible because it's towards the safe side. Even if it loses, West has no hearts to cash or to play, so possibly 1 imp for Team Golden Age here. for a lead of 2-0. Again, a football score. So what is the event format? It's easier if you just click the description below this video, but if you're lazy to read, well, they're finishing this hand. Today we have 5 rounds of 10 boards. Tomorrow we have another 5 rounds of 10 boards. This is the qualification stage. It's already a Swiss format. So the first 8 teams will progress to the quarterfinals that will be played on Saturday morning, 20 boards. The winners of the quarterfinals will play 30 board semifinal in the afternoon of Saturday, and on Sunday it's the big final of 30 boards in the morning, local time. And those who don't make it to the quarterfinals will have a chance to play the quarterfinals. So if we have Romanian, to play pairs constellation, sorry, what I'm talking about. So if we have Romanian friends who are nearby and want to join this nice event, the venue is very nice. Find a partner and come on Saturday morning to play the pairs event. So now I guess Aronov will just cash out because taking the finesse may hurt. Let's see. I missed the play before. So yes, 9 tricks were claimed for a push board. 8 boards to go. Okay, one club here by South Aronov. This is definitely not natural. They play strong club, so that only indicates point count, 16 plus points. Any shape usually excludes some balance hands that may open 1 or 2 no trump, but that's by agreement. 1 diamond over call. This is probably a 2-suitor hand with the red suits, but we'll see later. I doubt they play natural here. If it's natural, it's a bit extreme to beat 1 diamond, but maybe it's lead directing. It's my wife, so I'm sure she's got a good reason to do that, and I am not saying anything against this bit. Not a word. One diamond double. After any overcall of 1-2 level, usually the double is 5 to 7 points any shape. So the precision club, after a club opener, the style is that you find out what's the point count between the hands. At least one of the players should know, and then you aim to find the suit. Hopefully it doesn't get too high. This is not great. Actually, the weakness of precision club is the is the one club opener, and everything else is good because if you open one of a suit, that's limited to 15 points, and it allows for very quick preempts. And especially in team matches, the precision one club system, except for the one club opener, is very powerful. And if you get to play against people who play precision club, the best strategy is to beat over the one club just to make it as messy as possible. That's why my advice is to agree on random overcalls, because if you leave them to bid, they have all sorts of relays and system agreements, and they'll get to wherever they have to get. Of course, before you bid the so-called random overcalls, make sure that your partner knows about it, because sometimes it may end up really badly, especially if partner gets excited. So Let's see how it goes. South beat 3 clubs. That's usually non-forcing bit. North can pass, but North decides to push, or maybe they play 3 clubs as forcing. I don't know. Usually it's non-forcing. And now double by East, which might be saying I don't want a diamond lead partner. I've got something else outside. Maybe lead that. Normally people play double. I like that suit, please lead it. But now as the suit was supported, some people play this modern agreement. It's not so modern, maybe it's going on for 20 years, maybe more. But it says I've got some values outside the diamond suit, and my diamond suit is not so great, considering we've already supported the one diamond. Let's see if there is a score from the other table. There isn't one yet. So North, after the initial pass, made 3 bits with 5 points. Some people who are just learning bridge may freak out when they see that, but don't worry, be happy. It's under control still. However, considering the club break, this contract can only go off on a diamond lead. Interesting to see if West will lead a diamond, considering East said I don't want diamond lead. Ace King 9 is still a very serious holding. Oh, change of plan. South went to 5 clubs, which won't make on any lead because of the club break. So apart from the club break, yeah, you just need singleton or doubleton king of clubs on side, considering the losers in diamonds to make 5 clubs. This won't work out, and the other, so I'll move to the other table now to see what's going on there. The contract, oh actually we have it, we can look at this table. Sorry, I'm going back to that table, other tables. So they were in only 3 clubs, so that's first IMS for team Into Bridge. It will be nice if the first time we broadcast any team called Into Bridge wins. Otherwise, I'll try to keep neutral. So let's see 3 clubs, how the bidding went at the other table. So 1 club by South, 1 diamond again. I suspect that's a transfer to hearts because East bid 1 heart, unless East is being cheeky. 2 clubs by South, 2 diamonds by West. Maybe that shows now 5-5. That's why another reason to think 1 diamond was a transfer to hearts. It's a popular overcall over a club. And South kept bidding clubs. North never bid, unlike his uh, his peer on the other table. So this hand is vulnerable, board 13. That will be 100 points, and 136 seems to team Into Bridge. I feel such pleasure saying that. Sorry to all supporters of Team Golden Age. I suspect South is claiming now. Or maybe he wasn't, because if not a diamond is returned, South can cash out and hope for a memory squeeze or some defensive misunderstanding, because West needs to know what is the outstanding card South holds. But the diamond returned by Nikolchev really helped here to make a quick claim. So we are now on board 14. We can have a look. The other table played in 5 diamonds down 1 by East. 5 diamonds is one pretty optimistic contract. I guess, let's see what the auction was actually in the other table. So 1 diamond, pass 1 heart, 2 hearts, which is natural apparently. 3 clubs, pass 5 diamonds. Slightly optimistic, and it almost made, but not exactly. Maybe West was hoping East has a better hand for his bid. It's not that bad actually, but yeah, it was close. What is interesting to me is what happens in 3-no trumps, because uh, East North-South cannot immediately cash out. There is a chance to finesse G-Jack 10 of hearts depending who is declaring the 3-no trump. So imagine a heart lead, then a spade, heart 10 queen, spade ace, and a heart to finesse the jack, and then it goes 2 off. If this doesn't happen, the contract of 3-no trumps will rather make, because the clubs are lying very favorably for East-West, and the diamonds as well. The usual play is to cash ace king. So if East-West reach 3-no trumps, only a hard lead may work to beat the contract. So at the other table, the difference was that North beat 2 hearts natural. Not everybody plays that natural, and even if you do, it's not clear that you should beat it. It's only 5 cards, so that helped uh, to not beat 3-no trump at the other table. Here again we see the same thing, over 2 clubs, 5 diamonds bid. The reason why 3-no trump looks impossible from this side, at both tables they beat 5 diamonds, and when you look at both hands it looks crazy. But when we know that partner has 9 cards at least in the minor suits and we have a spade, it's hard to think that we have 2 solid stoppers in spades, and now we probably need to develop some of our main suits. So the thought of partner having 3 or less spades and only a single stopper in spades is frightening, because the defense most of the time has at least 4 tricks in spades and 1 outstanding trick. It's easy to go off. So that's why both players sitting West decided to bid 5 diamonds. It's not just excuse for my wife, but there is merit in that bid. It also can be considered here on this auction to bid 3 diamonds invitational instead of 5, but that's a view. Different players can decide differently. So 5 diamonds down 1 at the other table. We need to check the play, but we can see that 5 diamonds can make actually if you find the queen of diamonds. I guess because of the overcall, the Declare decided to finesse towards south, and this is how they went off. Let's have a quick look. So this was the auction. Heart lead, another heart draft, spade taken by the ace, heart draft again, king of diamonds, king of spades, and now yes, the diamond finesse. It is although declared so hearts are 5-3, still chances are that South has the queen of diamonds because it has more outstanding empty cards, free cards. So let's see, that is potentially 10 imps to East-West here if Nikochev manages to make the contract, considering there was no bids from North-South. The diamond play should rather be ace-king of diamonds now. Also, if diamonds are 3-1 and we are to take diamond finesse, we still have this issue with the hearts, so we cannot completely cash the diamonds. Maybe East is considering now to cash king queen of spades, discarding the hearts, so he doesn't get shortened anymore. We see the clubs look very good for him, but from his point of view, believe me, he's counting one club loser because the chances of having king 10 the button on site are extremely low. I'll even get headache to calculate. Not extremely, but what is it? 3 to 2 is 62%. 68%, sorry. Then note to have exactly two cards. It's less than half of that. And then exactly to have the king in exactly the 10 out of 5 cards. It's 20% of the remaining. Yeah, somebody who knows much better can put a comment, but it's way beyond me to calculate the exact chances of king 10 the button on site. I guess the operator missed a card or a trick, so he needed to take and do a few times. He's decided to finesse, so that will be a push board. Considering there was no more tricks, yes, no more losers. Board 5 of this set. What happened to the other table? Two hearts down, one by South. Let's look at the bidding. South open one spade with 12 points and 5-5. West passed because they have the spades only. So one no trump by North, that's usually non-forcing, but it's up to 11 points. Two clubs over call by East, maybe a bit light, but the vulnerability is great for him. So an obvious over call, and South bid his second suit, and that was the end of the auction. And then South went one off in this. We can review the play later. Let's see how it goes in this table. It feels that the auction is pretty straightforward to two hearts, but we know that in bridge people like to be creative, and sometimes, very often actually, what is obvious doesn't really happen in the table. And of course, looking at 52 hands, it's always very easy to judge what is straightforward and what is obvious. Yes, we already see a difference here. South decided to pass two clubs. I don't think that's right. Yes, it's not right. Thanks God, because I have no reasonable explanation for passing with 5-5. So two hearts, pass, pass, pass. Okay, identical auction. Now we can the 10 of clubs lead with the singleton. Quite straightforward. Also partner bid that suit. This Nikochev will take a little bit of time to think what to return, because it's not an easy choice. Although we know club is a rough, we may give a free discard to declare. So let's see how it went in the other table. The 10 of clubs lead, pretty straightforward, and 9 of hearts return. Yes, this is where you should be thinking. Is it a heart or a club return? The 10 is played, and it won the trick. Spade rough, and the king of clubs discarding a diamond, rough, and another heart, which is not good for declare. And now declare will lose a lot of spades, and will also lose the trump control. So this is how the contract went one off. Yep, there we go. Nikochev still considering what to return. I'm told that actually 5 diamonds went down too, so I'll need to make a correction. So that will be 2 imps for golden age. Nikochev still considering. It's very tough because returning a club means that declare may get a free discard of a diamond, and we just use the trump, and in the same time declare is not using any of their trumps and may discard losers later. Well done, I think heart is the right play here. We actually can check with this little machine can help us. Sorry, not the 5 diamonds. Let's look at the 2 hearts and let's run the double dummy analysis. So it says it always makes, but after the 9 of hearts, what you should play, you should rough. Yeah, I think declare cashing the king of clubs didn't work out very well. So spade rough, and then yep, and then you lose control if you don't rough. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Declare won with the 10 of hearts, ruffed the spade, and now decided not to cash the queen of clubs, but play a club and ruff with d8. This makes perfect sense because it's more likely that East has the Jack of Hearts after the 10-1. Of course, it's possible that West had Jack 4th in hearts and now over ruffs and returns are hard, but when you have so few tricks available, you need to hope things are in your favor. Queen of spades, ruffing finesse, now a spade ruff. And declares confidently moving toward making this contract and taking the lead in the match. Viktor Aronov is the declare, one of the best players in the world. He's European pairs champion. He's 2 times bronze medalist from Bermuda Bowl and countless other achievements in the highest level of bridge. Most of his successes were with another partner, Yulian Stefanov, and also the second time he won the bronze medal at Bermuda Bowl, he played with a sponsor, Diana Damianova. Uh, and just the first week, they played 7 matches, one a day, and they had plus scores on every match they played, and also in the knockouts. Also, they had a lot of plus scores. So that was a great, great, great game for them and for the Bulgarian bridge. Let's see what happens. So after the spade draft, the queen of clubs, quad standard play. Now he's wondering what to discard. Victor likes to think more than the average player, but at least he delivers more than the average player. So when he thinks the defense is not likely to get any benefits, that's interesting. The king of hearts, the ace of hearts. So he's now absolutely has end played east and west because the eight of clubs is a winner on the table. The spade holding is protection. The diamond holding is protection. The spade holding is protected. What a beauty. This is really beautiful ending. Now East can either set up the diamonds or give a clapper to partner, setting up the six of hearts as the eighth trick for declare. And this contract is going to make possibly, yes, not plus one, it's not possible now because West can take the heart and the spade, but 8 tricks are guaranteed. Very well played by Viktor Aronov. The main difference here was the play of the 9 of clubs and roughing it with the ace of hearts. Team Golden Age took the lead again after gaining 5 themes on this board, 15. It was comparing 110 in this room and 100 plus 100 points for 2 hearts down, one at the other table. One diamond by East, that's precision club. It can be a short diamond. Biograph operators don't have much time to alert everything, and also it's not obvious what is alerted all the time because the players do all sorts of signs to alert. Sometimes they're almost invisible. But both pairs at both tables play precision clubs, so this makes it easier for me to follow who does what. Peacefully sold in one spade. West had 8 points and a flat hand, so didn't want to beat. Double will show 4 hearts, 1 no trump, vulnerable with 3 small spades is not terribly exciting. And East open with only 11 counts, so he didn't want to renew. Some people actually have the agreement that you must reopen the auction. It's not possible that after partner passed, you also pass, but that is strictly by agreement, and I'm pretty convinced they don't have that agreement, although they made a lot of agreements. So what happens in one spade? The spades are lying very, very favorably. The king of diamonds at least is an entry to them if the king of hearts doesn't work out. So I predict 5 spades, 2 hearts, a diamond, possibly 2 diamond tricks, so 8 or 9 tricks in one spade. Uh, of course, it's obvious on 52 cards, declare may decide to take a safer line uh, to protect against various bad breaks, especially the trumps. But it's starting fine for him because his main suit, the hearts, his main second suit, the hearts, is now widely opened. The worry here is that continuing with clubs, they may shorten declare. They continue with hearts. This is breaking the entry for declare, and unless he goes for cashing out the spades, East West can get a heart rough. Yes, declare now plays the diamonds. Let's see if he will play for the spades afterwards or will decide to rough diamonds. West decided to jump with the ace in order to give partner a rough. It's likely that partner is roughing because if he had 2 remaining cards, 9 and a small, he would play the 9 first. But maybe he decided to keep it, I don't know. We'll find out soon. Club return, not a hard rough. However, this is also not too bad for the defense because they're shortening declare, who is probably not thinking that the spades are 3 to 3, or maybe he is thinking that, but would he be brave enough to cash out the spades and potentially lose the trump control? We'll find out soon. He now feels safe because there is source of tricks everywhere, and he might be interested in not taking the spade finesse, although he knows it works. West already showed 2 aces, East opened the bidding, so he knows that all points that are missing are in East. Yes, he went for the spade finesse. Covering is good because this blocks the suit. If East lets the queen win, then 10 can be overtaken by the jack and declare can cash out the spades. Now he needs to go to the table, to the 10 of spades, and his communications are ruined, or rough the diamond like this. In any case, the defense will take at least one more trick. Let's see if they'll get more than one. He decided not to rough, which is also fine because the 10 of spades will be tricked one way or another. I suspect he may have played the queen of diamonds here, not the 10. Keeping the queen is weird, but So let's see what happened to the other table on board 16. Oh my goodness, the other table is already on board 20. They may not play very well, but at least they play fast. So at the other table, the contract was 2 spades for 10 tricks, 170 for team into bridge, and now 110 at this table. So the into bridge team gets 2 imps, and now the result is 8-8 with 4 boards to go. That's interesting. Let's see, board 17. The other table has made 3 spades, just made by North. No fit in spades, but why do you need a fit if you make the contract? And especially if you have the top 4 cards in the suit. So we can see that 3 spades has 9 top tricks, 5 spades, 2 clubs, and 2 diamonds. We can call this hand Stefan proof because even if I was playing, I would, oops, I shouldn't click this button. Okay, so even I would be able to take 9 tricks on this hand. Double of 2 hearts shows hearts. I guess you didn't really need me to explain that double considering the holding, but pass has a meaning. Usually it says I don't have a spade fit. Some people play differently, but most of the people play pass. I don't have a fit. Redouble, I do have a fit, but I don't have a hard stopper, so maybe it's better if you play at partner. In case we have two small opposite king third, we don't want these to lead hearts immediately and quickly run the suit. And if you beat 2 spades here, usually says I do have a fit and I do have a stopper in hearts. With my regular partner, we used to play that the 3 double is a fit and may have a stopper, but a single stopper, because even if we have a stopper, it's often better if partner plays it, because we can have ace double turn opposite queen third. It's still good that South plays it, and if we have a spade fit, it's really not important to show immediately the stopper in hearts or not. So I'd rather beat 2 spades with a solid hard stopper and fit as well. Solid meaning like ace queen or something, and again it might be better partner is playing, but then the 2 spades bit is quite normal. So a redouble was a retransfer because South also doesn't have a stopper and he prefers if partner plays because his hand has nothing to protect. It's better if partner's hand is hidden. So after 2 spades, 2 no trump is invitational. I suspect the 1 no trump bit is 14 to 16 points only. And North decided to bid 4 spades because ace jack is massive. I totally agree with this bid. It will probably not work out. Considering the diamonds are 4-2, the spades are 4-2, Declare will really struggle to make an extra trick here. But yeah, I fully support North's bid of 4 spades because he's got 15 good points. Considering his promise 14 to 16, they probably open good 13 as well. An ace jack of spades is really nice in partner's suit, and he also suspects that, not suspects, he knows that partner has nothing in hearts because otherwise he would beat the spades himself. So considering he can take the rough from the short trump holding, I really sympathize with the 4 spades bit. Unfortunately for him, it won't make unless the defense screws up. Let's have a look what the auction was at the other table to reach 3 spades. So, oops, sorry, I'm looking at board 20, board 17. Board 17. So one no trump was the same. 2 hearts, double, pass, pass, 3 hearts. That's some sort of a qubit. Maybe they have different agreements because this auction looks a bit weird. Or South just wanted to say game force, although his hand is pretty optimistic for game force. It's really 9 points is great, but if the pass denies fit, it's less great. So then he was not game forcing because he passed 3 spades, so God knows what 3 hearts was. Knowing these two people that are on my team, I suspect they have no idea what 3 hearts is. But I'll give them the credit because they registered a positive score 140. So Declare has 4 tricks so far, and he actually can make it from here because he can play diamond, rough, club, win, rough a diamond, and he'll score all his trumps, ace, king of clubs, and the king of diamonds, and he'll make 4 spades. And knowing this is Viktor Aronov, I'm willing to bet at least 1 beer on that he will make it. He just likes to consider stuff. There are many dangers to that plan, and the alternative plan of cashing the Queen of Spades is also very attractive, so you'll need to count a bit. Still, West showed some hearts. The chances are that the spades are not dropping now. No, he decided to play for the drop. I'm sure he's got a good reason for that. If the drop didn't work, now he hopes the diamond drop will work, and he will combine it 8 tricks. Is this for real? He could have just roughed the diamond and play club as an entry and another diamond scoring the trump en passant. Yes, basically the 10 tricks were claimed, so the Vilgraf operator missed some trick. Probably the cards went too quickly, but yes, that was after cashing the Queen of Spades. He had the entries to rough the diamonds and make it en passant, so I missed that. Well done to Viktor Aronov. He combined all the chances and won 7 imps, 420 compared to minus 140 at the other table, and Team Golden Age is now taking the lead, 15-8, 3 boards to go. The other table probably finished all their boards. Yes, they have. So let's see, board 18 at the other table, 3 no trump plus 1. What happens in 3 no trump? You can take 2 spades, 2 hearts, 4 clubs is 8, sorry, and a lot of potential to score a spade or a diamond. That's a 9 trick. They even made 10. Is it easy to beat it? 8 points opposite 19. 27, yes. So one club is strong, one diamond is the random overcall I was talking about. Even with 4 cards, you should beat the suit where you've got most honors, lead direction. The double over a club is usually not clubs. It's not takeout for sure. Usually it's sometimes clubs. Some people play it as both majors. It's the most common agreement over one club double. So then Nord bit 1 no trump, which is 8 plus points I suspect, game forcing, and it shows stopper in diamonds. 2 clubs is Stayman, 2 diamonds is no 4 card majors, and 2 no trump. So it's possible that 1 no trump was 5 to 8 points actually, or 5 to 7, and now South is inviting with 19. However, whatever it is, I'm sure that they'll get to 3 no trump. Oh, they didn't. That's weird. Maybe they had a system misunderstanding about the strength of the one no trump bit, because if it's game forcing, they're game forced. Genius. And if it was 5 to 8 or 5 to 7, North has maximum points. So maybe they've changed that because this is a different agreement for different partnerships. The lead is very bad for East West because it sets up the diamond suit. But considering they stopped in 2 no trump, it won't be such a problem. So here I guess the clerk can play another diamond. Out of curiosity, he's got triple stoppers in every suit. And when he sees the 8, that will be helpful. Of course, he doesn't have a clue that the overcall was with only 4 cards. But he doesn't have anything urgent to do now. He went for clubs, so maybe he decides to play hearts toward the queen now while he's got all the entries. And when there is short king of hearts in West like now, he'll score 3 heart tricks. Very reasonable play. Now West knows that this contract will 99% make because partner doesn't have many points. I mean, in 2-0 Trump it will make 100%, but even more. Still, considering they stopped, it's claimed 9 tricks, 150. Okay, I guess North didn't want to play anymore for over tricks because he saw that they missed a straightforward game contract, so just claimed 9. Uh, Imps wise, it wouldn't matter if he scores more tricks, it will always be 10 imps. So we've got a new leader with 2 boards to go. 15 for Golden Age, 18 for Into Bridge. The other table I saw was 4 hearts plus 2, yes. Played by North. Let's see what happens here. Another strong club by South, 16 plus points. It shows he's got 15, but they're grade 15. Maybe they play 15 plus, I don't know. Here different people play different things. But whatever people played, better players always have some deviations from the agreement by 1-2 points depending on the quality of the hand. One heart by North is alerted. I have no idea what that is, but it's very, very popular that you play that as 8 to 11 points any shape. This is called Macro Light. It's not played by Maxtrot and Rodo anymore. Furthermore, they don't play together anymore, but many people use this method. And that's why probably one spade was 5 plus cards game force, and 2 hearts is now saying I've got 5 hearts partner with 8 to 11 points. So the idea over one club is to show a range of points to define where you belong, and then to share as little as possible for the opponents to know what to lead and what to play. That's why South decided to bid 4 hearts. He's got only 15 points, partner is 8 to 11, slam is highly unlikely, so he decided not to bid anymore, so he uncovers most of his hand. For example, South could have bid something like 4 club splinter, and then make it obvious for the opponents to lead a diamond and maybe take a lot of diamonds and something else. So in that sense, this worked well because the defense is leading a club. Of course, his diamonds were protected. This hand is pretty straightforward because the player will take trumps and then play the spade suit. Whatever way he plays it, it's only one loser. So maybe he will wrap a club before that, because if he cashes the hearts immediately, the clubs will be exposed. But whatever declare does, I think it's always 12 tricks, and that will be a flat board, so the match will be decided on the last board. Let's have a quick look at the auction at the other table. Was it something similar? Up to 2 hearts, yes. Then South bid 3 hearts only. North bid 4 clubs, cubit. They probably play non-serious, and 4 clubs was showing a maximum if 1 heart was 8-11. However, South then decided to just call it off at 4 hearts because he's very minimal. So Declare decided to start with spades while he controls all the suits and has the communications. Fair enough, spades are 2-2, still nothing that defense can do. 12 tricks for north-south and a push board as predicted. And we are moving towards the last board for the first day of the first ever Cupa Contra. This is the second push board of the match. 7 boards, they exchange teams. Now the last board at the other table, they played in 3 clubs. The auction was 2 clubs by West, which shows usually 6 clubs, sometimes 5 clubs for card major, and intermediate hand like 11 to 15. Pass 2 diamonds relay, asking partner, do you have a 4 card major or do you have maximum for your hand? What do you have basically? And 3 clubs was the worst response. I don't have 4 from East points of view. I have no 4 card majors and I'm a minimum hand, and East gave up at 3 clubs, which went 1 off. Let's see what happens here. 2 clubs opener here as well. Precision club, pretty straightforward. 2 diamonds, also straightforward with 10 points. If we find partner with 4 cards in a major, we might be even making a slam. Not that we're gonna go for it, but it's attractive. So here we'll see the same contract. 3 clubs, pass, pass, pass. And let's see how it goes. If it goes 2 off, it will be trims to golden age, and that will be 18-18 final score, which will be nice because I think both teams played equally well or equally badly, rather well. There wasn't anything that looked too bad. The 5 diamonds contract was missed opportunity for both teams, where they misguessed the queen of diamonds and they exchanged 1 game swing. Okay, so the king of hearts lead. The defense can take 3 hearts quickly and then 2 clubs slowly. Can they take more? Rather no. But let's see. 10 of hearts, false carding. Still, I don't see. Actually, yeah, it depends what signals they play. Most of the Bulgarians over the king of hearts play count now. So the 5 is not encouraging or discouraging. It's just saying or trying to say I've got odd number of cards, in which case Declare may have queen third and North may not continue with hearts. So there are at least 3 countries in the world where count is the primary signal. Those are Bulgaria, France, and Poland. Uh, and in Bulgaria, I think it's the most extreme because Bulgarians never play attitude, almost never. So this freaks out the rest of the world because they think you should show attitude way more often, and hence like this they laugh because you have the 4 top cards and it's still impossible to know if you're cashing out. But believe me, having played for so many years and many of my colleagues have won some big competitions, it is not so absurd to play count all the time. It has its positives and there are plenty. So let's see what happens. West North decided to return a diamond, so Declare is cashing king queen, freeing the ace of diamonds to discard the loser later. So now she wonders if she should continue with clubs or take the spade finesse or just play spade to the ace and discard something on the ace of diamonds. She decided to do none of these. and exited with a heart, which I'm not sure where it leads, but considering north-south are 3 to 3, it's fine. So dummy has a lot of winners now, the 8 of hearts, the ace of diamonds, but the question for $1 million is the spade finesse, and she decided not to take it, so this will be probably down to now, because when the ace of diamonds is cashed now, a runoff will wrap from the short trump holding, possibly with the jack. That will promote North's clubs. Actually, as the 7 of clubs is dropping, if the jack it's wrapped with the jack of clubs, you can then overtake with ace king, with ace of diamonds, play clubs, sorry, king of clubs, 9 of clubs, pinning the 7. No, he decided to rough with the 7. Uh, okay, a spade again. So the struggle continues, and eventually North will get 2 more clubs. The spade finesse didn't look very attractive because North showed too many points in hearts. Of course, it's very possible to have it if he's got the flat hand he's got. Okay, down 2 and 18-18, that's a draw. So I wanted Team Into Bridge to have its first win on Viewgraph, but a draw is what happens. It's always up or down, so we take the draw, and the opposing team was very strong. Team Golden Age, they are the current leaders. Um, so this is it from this match. If we have to make a summary of the match, I actually already made it, that there was one game swing at both tables on board 17 and 18. On board 17, 4 spades was made very nicely by Viktor Aronov. The other table stayed in 3 spades, just making. And on board 18, the opposite happened. This table stayed in 2 no trump, and the other table beat 3 no trump with north-south's hand. And considering the layout, it was easy to make. So these were the big boards, and the rest were a few imps and part battles. It started with the interesting 1 diamond double down 1, which is pretty unusual contract. Uh, so this is it for today. If you didn't have enough bridge, I can quickly show you one new feature we released recently, which is the rank games. So this is copying the idea of chess for EU rating, one universal rating. So I'm playing with 3 against 3 robots, with 1 robot against 2 other robots, and this gentleman Henry D has done the same. And when I finish this port, our scores will be compared. So let's see, 1 diamond by east, I pass. Wow, 2 diamonds, 2 no trump. Pass. And what should I lead? I'll lead a heart passively to see what happens. So this is Ben, the robot developed by Laurent Dali from Hungary. It plays a decent bridge. Let's see, what should I do here? I win, and I'm very tempted to play a spade, because if partner wins the trick now, I can get all my spades. Let's see if that will happen. I doubt it, but let's see. Okay, the partner decided to duck with ace king of hearts. Interesting. So I lost this board. and I lost 6 points. At the other table, this gentleman beat it by 2 because he led a spade and I led a heart. So this is how it works. 6 points to them, and now if I want I can just play another hand, and if I have to run because I have to do viewgraph commentating, I can leave the table, and when I come back this anytime, this board will be waiting for me and I'll be able to finish it. So this format really helps with the daily dynamics nowadays, that people don't have that much time to play for 2-3 hours straight. So this format can keep you in the loop and you can keep practicing your favorite game. If you're not focused, it's really disappointing to go down with the rating, but it's big fun. In the meantime, I'm told some very bad news that there was operator mistake on board 18, and actually Team Golden Age didn't stay short of game, sorry, and on board 18 they in fact beat 3-0 Trump, which means that Team Golden Age won by 10 imps, which is a complete disaster for Team Into Bridge to lose its first match. Anyway, I'm joking. They played well overall, and especially in the previous matches. So the team is still in the game, and well done to Team Golden Age for winning. Let me just fix this board. Just accept, yes, and uh, now we see the correction here. The 10 imps is gone. Okay, and here it just got updated. So it's 18-8 or 12.5 to 7.5 victory points. This is it for today from Cupa Contra. We continue tomorrow with the second and last day of qualifications. We play another 5 rounds of Swiss, and the top 8 teams will go to the quarterfinals on Saturday. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to watch any of the matches before, you can go to the list of videos from our YouTube channel and select another match. The previous 3 were commentated by Christophe, who is way better than I am, and he's got this nice French accent, uh, which I'm told Americans have difficulties to understand, but at least it makes it very sweet. Thank you, bye bye, and see you tomorrow.